Well, the music's not playing. I think we're live. Exactly what I said would happen happened, where we had full internet, and the minute I hit live, it went straight to bonkers. Brock, what's up? I have the wrong graphic on, too. What a doozy of a show this is.
This is my life, listening to people complain about internet. I'm back to work, James. And I won't listen to this garbage of what's going wrong.
Well, if my internet doesn't work, nobody will be able to listen to this garbage. Andrew, how you doing?
I'm good. I just got a notification that we're live now, so something is working somewhere.
Yeah, but not well. I don't know what's happening. Yeah. We were perfectly fine. You guys are coming in clear on my screen, but on my screen you're coming in fine. On OBS you look like poop. So,
well, look, we are live adjacent. Let's just call it that.
It looks good. I can see it right now. I'm jittery, but the picture's pretty solid.
Sure. Michael is here. Rachel's here. Heidi's here.
Get your cursor off
here. I don't know. I can't not have the cursor. It's so weird that it won't let me not have it. Hold on. How do I put it right on your nose? Hold on. It's on your nose.
Just don't put it on my shoulder.
It's right. It's on your nose. It's right. No, but when I change the screen, it moves. Look, Andrew's nose. It's on Andrew's nose. There's such a delay. We're buffering still. Someone just got a text, Brock. Red flannel. I don't know what that's in reference to. Did Brock get? Did Brock?
I can't open the. Oh, there it is.
No, we're black now. Did Brock get a? Did Brock get a haircut?
Oh my goodness.
I
did. I cut it myself.
You cut it yourself. So if you guys want to come to my neck of the woods, you can go to a hair salon here and get your hair cut here. You can also go to restaurants outside. Anyway, who cares? Star Wars Celebration officially canned.
No, wait. When you say hair salon, James, you mean is it like a room in your house that you charge people?
Well, for me, yes, but the barbers are all open here now. You're allowed to go to any barber shop you want.
Okay.
Dirty or clean, you can go. Anyway, so they're all open. The outside of the GTA is basically all open as of Friday. But you know what? When you have the population that Toronto and the Greater Toronto area has, you can't just open it up. Who is listening to this show?
What? Heidi and Mr. Rez and Rachel Alfred.
Anyway, Star Wars Celebration.
How is it pronounced? You were pronouncing it wrong?
Well, there's too much of a delay. She'll get back to you in an hour.
Yeah, we'll find out in an hour.
Star Wars Celebration officially canceled today. Brock, I used the thumb. Okay, all I hear is myself in my ear. Brock, when this whole thing first started, I'll do this. When this first thing all started, you and I did an Unleash the very first day of our isolation when we talked about will Star Wars Celebration be canceled or postponed, and I believe we didn't think it would happen, and here we are 700 years later, and it's officially kiboshed, postponed for 2 years. I believe you can either get your money back or transfer your tickets over. Are you shocked, Brock?
James. Always over dramatic.
What?
It was barely 3 months.
No, March,
it's not
April,
postponed.
May. It was 4 months ago.
The next one.
It was 4 months ago.
It has not been 4 months.
It has been 4 months.
It's not been postponed. It's just going to the next time they were going to do it anyways. Let's begin. Am I surprised they canceled? No, because, come on, guys. There's a pandemic, and,
it's unpleasant enough being in a large hall with 45,000 people when there's no pandemic.
Yeah, and, it's important that people are protesting, but there's going to be an upsurge with all these people close together. I mean, Star Wars Celebration is not really that important right now.
No.
Though I would love to be some kind of online content happening when it was supposed to happen. Like, so
I'm on board for that.
But they're not doing that.
Okay, well,
they're
based
just
on
being
what?
like
Because
their email. They're just not doing anything.
They haven't said anything. They just cancel it. Like they're still technically doing online things for San Diego. They could. Reed Pop's going at the snail pace, so like they could change their mind.
They could. But
I don't know.
Well,
I feel like
they're
they're
going
too
to have
cheap
to release promo for Mandalorian somehow, right?
Yeah,
So,
I wouldn't see why not. Like it doesn't have to be called Celebration, but put some Star Wars content out.
Yeah, but the way the world, you just throw it online.
What's that event? When you're, it's that event for like the Latin American thing when you turn 16.
Quinceañera.
Yeah, they'll have a Star Wars Quinceañera. There you go.
So Brock, we did that video on March 16th. Almost to the day 4 months ago.
Oh God, James, who cares?
I'm just saying. Like
my point was, it wasn't 700 years ago.
It was 700. It feels like 700 years ago. Don't even tell me it didn't. Let's listen to a little bit of that. Nope, the internet's too slow. It will not play. Moving on.
So I don't know. Like it's actually like this would be a perfect time for them to use Disney Plus as some kind of way to, I don't know, do something else. It's not impossible to make new content of Star Wars. Yeah, we're not sitting in a convention hall, but like, what's the difference? Like 4 people, they can make a decent Zoom call. They've already proven it. They did it with Tiger King, and it was all right.
Remember when that was a thing?
These people are way more interesting than the Tiger King crew. Yeah.
That passed like a...
It's crazy how fast it became not a thing.
Nothing. I'm so happy I never got it.
Yeah, I don't understand why they think making a movie about that.
I think that was separate to when the documentary came out.
Isn't it? Yeah, it totally was. Because like after the fact, and they were doing like a web call or probably Zoom, who knows. They want to make a movie out of that. I'm like, why? Why are we making these people more popular than they have to be? Here's a documentary about how crazy they are. The end. But I don't know. I'm glad they finally made that call. I haven't looked at what the return policy is going to be. I'm sure it's going to be convoluted and tricky, and they'll just want us to keep their money in the thing.
No, you have the option of getting your money back or having your ticket for 2022.
Sure. It's the tickets I bought were random, so it was like I think it was one for all the days and then one Saturday ticket. So it's like I'd rather just repurchase the ticket. I mean, it wasn't that tricky to get them in the get-go. You just got to get it the day of, sort of thing. So
yeah, but if all these people now have them
I think we'll all cross that bridge when we get to it.
I don't think I'm going to keep mine. I'm going to take the money and run. And then I'm hoping that Brock, you and I have a panel in 2 years called "Our Internet is Crappy," the panel. But which one of you is giving one of you is giving feedback off, and everybody can hear me in double.
I don't know.
I don't know. My headphones aren't too loud.
Yeah.
So.
Oh no, it's blaring.
I hope it's not me.
I'm blaring in my ear sometimes. But I think we at Rebel Scum Podcast, we should do a Star Wars celebration the weekend of Celebration. We should have some fun planned. Fun. Sure. You want to do some? We should do like a few Duel of the Fates with some like special guests. And
yeah, that'd be awesome.
Andrew should try to name 117 Jedi in 3 seconds.
I'm halfway there already.
How many Jedi do you think there are? And I'll count non-canon and canon. Do you think that there was 117 Jedi?
Oh, more.
Because I think if I remember right, Geonosis had about 200, right?
Oh, really?
I think 200 show up at Geonosis.
Interesting. Andrew, have you watched Jedi Council Hidden Jedi Temple Challenge yet on YouTube? The game show of kids?
Yes, I have. There was a lot to unpack in that. It was a fun show. It took me a while to warm up to the droid because at first she didn't sound right. She just sounded like a human person. Yeah. And then I warmed up to her. I was like, okay, she's funny. But for me, the highlight was the two kids. I think it was Orange Team, the two boys.
Yeah, Blue Team. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay, I think they're the ones who end up going to the final round.
Yeah.
There's a moment in the first when they're running through the jungle in the first part where they go to high five each other. And right as the camera cuts away from them, you can clearly see that they missed and ended up hitting each other in the face.
Oh, the Brayden kid is like next level. If you watch this show, watch it for him. He's crazy. But the reason I bring it up, Andrew, is there's that fun like animation of two Jedi, and the idea is like you follow the story and then they answer the questions. Mm-hmm. Do you think these characters will now become canon because they're in this game show? Because
I was wondering that. I feel like they might be sprinkled in somewhere just for giggles. I can totally see them being canon in like a super young reader's book, like a picture book, like Chewie and the Porgs. That kind of. Just throw. I forget what that guy's name was in the story, but like, you know, Master Jeremy was going to the park, and it was just so fun to see. For me, Ahmed Best was the highlight. Like just him, just kind of standing there and just being the Pat Sajak of this show. He was great. He hasn't aged a day either. He looks great.
I like that you went with Pat Sajak as the game show host of all game show hosts.
Well, he's literally the only one who counts.
By the way, at the peak of the Jedi Order, do you guys want to guess how many Jedi there were? Just take a random guess.
I'm gonna go 545.
4 billion.
What is the peak Jedi Order?
You are both incredibly off. It has been confirmed that at the high point of the Jedi Order, they were approximately 250,000 Jedi in the Star Wars universe. In the High Republic, in the Old Republic, there were 10,000 at the end, which would be a pretty small portion of the known GFFA. How many Jedi did Vader kill? I don't know.
A lot.
Yeah, this is weird. Anyway, so 250,000. I don't know if that's canon, but whatever.
That's interesting. I've been reading this book about Legends stories, and there's a lot of just random, like every book in Legends had at least one just random Jedi that was made up for the book. Mm-hmm. So however many books there were, you can count that many Jedi.
Wow. That's wild.
There's all those ones Luke trained afterward too.
Yeah. Oh, I think I've shown this on the show, the book, or this book on the show. It's like Jedi versus Sith or whatever. It's a DK book they put together, but not like the typical DK. It was information, and there's pictures in it from like legend stuff where it's like Luke and his whole like Jedi Order, and you're like, oh, I think I just bought it on that picture alone. I think Marjade's in it, or at least his son is for sure. And it's just like, wow.
I actually got that book for my birthday. Just the
you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, it's a
like,
beautiful book.
Vader and Luke are like clashing lightsabers on the front, I think.
Yeah, they just got into a big argument, and now they're having it out.
There's like an explosion.
No, the art in those is great. Actually, the art in that book, there's two artists, and one of them is the Chris Trevis guy who does the art in those Star Wars Kids magazines that I was like in love with as a kid. And he's like, ooh, his art is so pretty. He just makes everything pop. He should do trading cards. Maybe he has, but he should.
Yeah.
He hasn't.
The art of trading cards is great. I was just thinking about that. I used to collect like the Marvel cards that used to be like really well done, and there's so many people that made a career out of that.
Oh yeah, like the Hildebrandt guys.
Yes, the hell. Oh yeah, I forgot what they're called.
They one of them just died not too long ago too.
Oh.
They were twins. Yeah, I had Spider-Man ones that they did, and they were like they're like they're not like paper stock cards. They're glossy, and the art was just really sexy. Those guys made Craven the Hunter look scary.
Yeah,
he never looked scary. He's looked like he works for Vegas, but he looks scary in that card.
Are you done your rewatch of Star Wars? Was it Star Wars? Yeah, because like last time we spoke, I think you were on Rogue One. Are you complete?
Not even close. No, I haven't had time. I'm at Rogue One is still where I am. Yeah.
Well, that's good.
I'm getting there. I'm gonna get through, and I'm gonna throw the Mandalorian in there too. I'm just doing all the live action stuff.
Oh yeah, nice.
But I'm looking forward to A New Hope because it's been like a billion years since I've seen it. I think it's been since 2016 that I've seen A New Hope. So I need to get back on that horse. But now we got this news that came out today about a game.
Yes. So is it called Star Wars Squadron?
Yeah, Star Wars Squadrons here. I like the logo. The logo is great. They're going with the old font, just like they did with the Battlefront games and with Fallen Order. So I like the logos they're doing. But I pulled up an article about it from GameSpot. And I just want to quote a little bit of this article because you know how picky I am with games, Brock. You know, I'm not. It takes a lot for me to pony up for a game, and a lot of this stuff that they're saying about Squadrons, I don't know, it raises some red flags for me.
Why?
Red flag standing by. Let me see here. Let me find. Okay, so here's the quote I wanted to pull here. So it's described as an immersive first-person space dogfighting experience. Squadrons is scheduled to release on October 2nd for PS4, Xbox One, and PC for $40.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Yeah, so that's a couple of red flags in there for me because, first of all, first person, that means I'm not going to see the outside of the ship, which is the part of the ship that I like to see. So that's kind of weird.
I suppose. I feel like in a dogfight game, though, I mean, there is ways of playing it from outside of the thing. Because I automatically read it and I was like, oh, this is Star Fox.
Yeah.
Interesting, $40. Because here's the thing about you never know when you're reading articles. Like, is this in US dollars or Canadian dollars?
Right.
I don't know. I think sometimes the prices are almost exactly the same, even though the exchange rate is way off, or I don't know. I've this price here is exactly what I pay in Canada, but then there's also the exchange, so I'm like, it's actually more. But when they're on sale, the prices are usually quite different. I don't know, or maybe I've got it wrong. Like even with the exchange, it becomes the same price. So $40 seems interesting, especially for a new game.
Yeah, that I don't know how
I feel about that. Was it 40 or $49.99?
The GameSpot article has it at a clean even 40 here.
Oh, really? Not even $40.99?
No, yeah, just 40 to stop. And that scares me because I think back price. Because like Battlefront 1, not the old Battlefront 1, but like the newish Battlefront 1.
Yeah.
They charged me $90 for that game.
Yeah.
And it had like this paper I have with tic-tac-toe on it has as much single player gameplay as that Battlefront 1 did. And that was $90 according to them. So what does a $40 game look like in their eyes then?
Wow. I can play the other side. I mean, $40 on the dot is a random price. I agree with James. Like it's usually a 99 of some sort, but it could hypothetically be meant just for like an Xbox Live or a Nintendo Shop purchase. Like you're not going to buy it in a store, you're going to download it, sort of thing. It doesn't really sound like that, at least with the little bit I read, because those prices can make sense. And then at the same note, you could spend $5 on a game. I'm not talking about it's on sale on like download, because that's, I think maybe they're moving towards that a little bit more. And it can still be good. I don't think price tag, like when you say $90, it was, let me guess, it was $7.99 plus tax to go to 90.
Yeah, like after tax, it came out for like 95 something or other.
Yeah, and I totally, like, that drives me nuts, because it's like you kind of have to know that the game is going to be amazing, right? So it's like, I don't know. Battlefront being crappy for the price tag is inconsequential, I think. You know what I mean? Because like most games start at that price. But I find it weird because it's like it's coming out in October. And this is like the first we're hearing about it, which is, that's 4 months away, 5 months. I think, isn't E3 supposed to have happened last weekend? So I'm curious if this is being announced now because of that time period. But like, it seems very like short notice and somewhat little info to be like in that echelon of maybe it's, I don't know. I'm not really like helping my opposing thought on what you're saying, but I don't know. Yeah, I think you raise a good point. $40 thing, that is
$39.99.
$39.99. Okay, cool. So it's the writer you read or GameSpot was like, we'll just round it up.
Yeah, that's it's strange. I mean, it's and like you said earlier when we were off camera, they didn't really show gameplay that we know of. So it's again, I always with video game trailers, if there's no gameplay, then you might as well have just shown me footage of a brick wall for 2 minutes. But I think it's safe to assume it's basically just high def Rogue Squadron. I mean,
yeah, I wouldn't be against that. I just, it's a good point. Like I didn't really read the article. I was like looking for Holo News and I was like, oh, cool. That's exciting. And it's outside of Celebration, because I looked this up earlier in the day and Celebration news wasn't out just yet. That was like the lead story. Like only people were talking about Star Wars Squadron. So I don't know. You gotta think about it too. Like think about mobile games, especially like the Marvel or even Star Wars, like the Galaxy, where they're fighting. It's like a turn-based and they're fighting each other, sort of thing.
Yeah.
The commercials look awesome for that. They even had one where Ryan Reynolds voiced Deadpool in it, where it's like, did you ever see that one? It's so funny. Like he hurts the medic or whatever like that. So it's like trailers don't mean automatically. So I don't know. I think I'll say I'm intrigued by this game and want to know more.
What about you, James? Does this sound like your kind of game?
No, this is a Brock kind of game.
Who's making it? I didn't even look it up.
It's
let's see.
EA, I imagine.
EA is still involved.
Okay.
And no microtransactions, which is good. Where is the name of the other? Motive Studios. Yeah, EA and Motive.
So I'll look. I mean, $40 definitely has me more interested than $80 because I still haven't played Fallen Order yet. But I'm not good at flying games, so I don't know how excited I'll be for this. So yeah, it's $39.99 on Amazon and GameStop. Pre-order Best Buy. Only in the States you can pre-order it, not in Canada right now. Because I was looking, I want to know how much it's going to cost here in the Great White North. It's probably going to be $59.
When you pre-order it down there, it comes with a Count Dooku Black Series.
Probably. It's so for $39.99. Probably we'd get it for $49.99 or $59.99. I'd imagine, which is way less intriguing than $39.99. I'm gonna see if Best Buy has it for pre-order right now, because you could pre-order it in the States, like I said. It looked like the graphics looked great. I'm curious, like, because it's going to be on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and all of the new systems as well when they come. So I wonder if how good. I don't know what I'm trying to say. October 2nd. I don't know. It was really cheap to me. So Brock might be right. Maybe it's just a rehash of something we've already played, or maybe it's just a small game. I don't know. But there's no microtransactions,
Yeah.
so a season pass. I don't mind season passes if they're gonna make it worth my while.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, if it's worth your while, you're saving money by getting a season pass. As it stands right now, I'm looking at it from the perspective of, okay, I got a certain amount that I'll spend on video games for the fall. And if I had to make the choice between this Squadrons and climbing around medieval England as a Viking in Assassin's Creed, I'm sorry, New Republic, but I'm going to England. Cheerio.
June 18th, the gameplay world premiere is coming at 4 p.m. Pacific, so 7 p.m. our time. The gameplay will be revealed at that point in time.
Ooh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I think perhaps this could be a game that would live on the, like, I forget what's Xbox Arcade or whatever. This PS4 or PlayStation has, like, you do a monthly subscription, you can play all their, like, games, correct? They have something like that, right?
It's PlayStation Now.
Yes. So, like, perhaps this is more meant for that. Like, here's the price if you just want the game, but, like, if it's not worth the $79.99 price tag, perhaps it would be like, I'll throw it in there. Because if it's not a full game, but you're like, well, I would love to play, for people that like to play flying games, like, oh, here you go. And then the argument goes away because you're like, it's like, well, maybe Netflix has a whole bunch of crap videos, but whatever, I'm paying it, so I'll watch whatever. So it's like, perhaps they're going after that more. I don't know. It's also, wasn't there a huge issue when they weren't sure what, like, PS5 and whatever the next Xbox thing is going to be, where games were like, a lot of creator or game developers were like sort of halting making stuff because they're like, until we know what the next thing is, we're not going to make anything, right? Because it's like, I mean, you can put it out, you can put it out for that, but it'd be smarter to put it cross-platform, because then you give it the proper whatever. I haven't read what PS5 is going to take. I assume like 4K at its most pristine, maybe even 8K, right? I don't know. And then you just downgrade it, right? Because it's like, I'm still playing games on a 720 monitor, and I'm like, ooh, might be time to get a new TV.
Yeah, I don't know anything about graphics. That stuff goes way over my head, but I know there's this thing they're doing. The new Assassin's Creed is going to do it, and I'm sure a bunch of other games are going to follow. I can't remember what it's called, but like, if you buy it for PS4,
right,
you can put that disc and play it in a PS5.
Right.
I forget what that thing is called. It's not backwards compatibility, because that's a different thing.
Yeah,
this will work on either console. Like, they're designing the disc to work because it's coming out in this transitionary phase. They're designing it to work in both old and new consoles.
So,
which is a great idea.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, because, like, here's the reality. If it's a newer thing, technically the old thing should work on it, you know. I don't know. Yeah, you're right. I don't think it's called backward compatibility. It'd be like forward compatibility, because it's...
Yeah.
No, I don't feel like that. I think it is, right? Like, it was always said when you could play PS1 on PS2. It wasn't the other way around, right? But I guess, is it going to be a PS4 version and a PS5? So, like, that, I think that's where it's sort of like,
I'm going to look up what it's called, because now it's going to drive me nuts. I know they had a name for it. Let's see here.
I haven't seen the entire trailer, but I thought the trailer looked really good. It looked very Star Wars-y and fun and colorful. And for $40 for a cheap price, I will buy it. I'm not good at flying I love the Battlefront games, but when I had to
Yeah.
fly, I was terrible at it, so I didn't choose the flying options very often. Now Pod Racer Revenge, that's pod racing. I'm down for it. But so I the gameplay footage when that comes out, and I'll see if I'm alive October 2nd, and based on all of those components, then I'll decide whether or not I get this because. I was this. I might not make it to October at this rate. I just might.
Just quit licking those doorknobs, and you'll be fine.
But I can't help it. I go to a Walmart. I'm like, oh, look at look. I don't know how grocery stores are where you guys are, but they have people opening the door for me at grocery stores. They're automatic doors, but they have people standing there opening the doors for me. I'm like, okay.
Wow.
Well, they have to count you going in because they don't want too many people.
Yeah, true. Yeah, they have a limit now. I found the thing here. So it says it's called this. It's a Microsoft thing. It's called the Microsoft Smart Delivery Program. Which so from what it looks like here, it means there's not going to be a version for Xbox One and then a version for the new Xbox. There's just going to be one version.
Gotcha.
And it plays on both.
I'm interested to know if that's like they want to push that more on download because that download makes a little bit more sense to me. But because it's been a while. It's been a while since we've had 2 generations of games, possibly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess like Nintendo is like the most recent.
But Nintendo's not good at that aspect of theirs. I'm sure now they have to. But like, remember it was like when you bought a Wii and then a Wii U, they're like, whatever you bought, that's it. You can't transfer it again. Only one transfer. It's like, but it's the same account. You know who I am.
Yeah.
But I'm sure Nintendo is going to be smartening it up now because the world's changing so dramatically. Yeah, I just buy everything digital.
Do you remember the big deal? Remember the big deal they made with Zelda when they had the GameCube one, and then they had to put it on the Wii, and they had to flip the whole map because Link is left-handed and most people are right-handed. So for the Wii, they flipped it so that you could use the sword in your right hand. So they literally had to build the whole game backwards.
I don't remember that. I know what you're talking about. I'm like, I don't think I read that. I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah. If you played the GameCube version, it's literally a mirror of the Wii version. Everything's on the other side. It's nuts.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, Nintendo is kind of bad at that.
They have to smart it. Like everything.
It's like you can't.
Oh, go on.
Like they just remaster things to sort of. I mean, like the new Zelda, which was like the Game Boy, Link's Awakening. Like they just redid that, but like you can't play Wind Waker. You can't play Twilight Princess. I was like Shadow Princess, Twilight Princess, which is like I don't know why they don't do it. Whatever. I'm sure someone's like it's because of this, Brock, but like it's.
Brock, it's because of this.
Actually, but yeah.
Brock, do you want to be in my bubble?
I mean, you know what? No.
No. That actually stung.
We speak through this. It's enough.
That stung a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I hope I didn't burst your bubble.
Ouch. Hello. So in Ontario now you can have bubbles, which nobody understands, by the way, how the bubbles work.
It makes no sense.
So you can have a bubble of people, but you can also have a group of 10 people as long as you don't touch each other. And they could be different from your bubble, but your bubble is allowed inside your house, but the group of 10 is not allowed inside your house. They're only allowed to have a barbecue with you, but they have to serve their own food or something. I don't really know. But wear a mask, wash your hands, and are people still washing their hands? Is this a thing?
I watched one. I can't remember which one.
Oh my god! I have this.
One hand washes the other.
I have a story for you guys. I'll tell you off when we're done recording because it is. It weirded me out today. We should wrap it up, though, because the delay is so bad that it's going to take about 10-15 minutes for this to go. PS5 is going to operate like
Alrighty.
Jumanji. Well, that's exciting. Welcome to Jumanji.
If it makes me look like Jack Black, I'm all for it.
Oh, interesting. The new Jumanji you went for. I was still thinking the old one.
It's been so long since I've seen the old one, I literally don't remember anything about it.
Actually, it's going to be more like Zathura. So there you go.
Ooh, Jon Favreau. By the way, Gallery episode, whatever that was, 6 about the music. Fantastic. Fantastic. He's just, I locked myself in a room and I bought this recorder. All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good. All right, Andrew, any final words for today?
I think that Squadrons looks cool, and I'm glad they're making games, and I'm excited for the story of it. But I might be holding on to that $40 for when the Vikings come to town, and I'm not talking about the football team. And also, there's a big video coming. It's not ready yet, but I wanted to tease it because it's gonna be cool. You guys are gonna like it, I think. You might hate it.
It's
Either
coming.
way, I
It's
don't
coming
care.
here?
Just watch it.
Is it going to be episode?
What's that? I didn't catch that. What was the question?
It's going to be on Rebels Cup podcast.
It's,
Yeah. It'll be for Rebel Scum.
is it going to be episode 2 of your Family Matters thing?
Oh no, it's not that.
Now I'm sad.
Boomer.
Boomer.
Brock, any final words?
It's too bad Celebration can't happen, but I think it's for the best.
Yeah.
Uh,
Unfortunately, yeah.
So hopefully they do something. If they don't, whatever. Star Wars needs to continue making stuff, so there'll be something. I'm impressed that they are able to drop some kind of piece of information every once in a while. So, but yeah, I am interested to see how this Squadron game unfolds. Trandoshan pilots.
That's all that matters. All right, I'm James. Thank you all so much for watching. It's been a blast, even though the delay has been horrible, but it is what it is. And until next time, may the force of others be with you, except for Brock, because he was always scum.